Oil is a big problem. We're fighting wars over it, we're dependent on it, and we're running out of it. What if we could create our own oil? Synthetic Genomics is using algae biofuels and CRISPR-Cas9 to do exactly that. From 2005 to 2012, hundreds of millions of dollars were invested into algae biofuel companies by dozens of VCs, with little to no results. These biofuels seemed, and still seem, like the perfect solution to our renewable energy crisis. They're almost carbon neutral, they're completely renewable, and they have the potential to produce 60 times more oil per acre than our current methods. So why exactly aren't we using them? Technical problems. It's actually pretty tough to maintain the right conditions for algae to produce a meaningful amount of oil, or any for that matter. The answer to this? Gene editing. Back to synthetic genomics, they're using CRISPR-Cas9 to change the properties of these algae to be more resilient to bad growing conditions, to have a higher oil to protein ratio, and be easier to grow overall. In case you're not familiar with it, CRISPR-Cas9 is the industry standard for gene editing, in which the DNA sequence CRISPR is used to quote-unquote train the Cas9 protein to cut DNA with a level of accuracy never seen before. This DNA can then be repaired in the desired way to effectively delete or switch out whatever bases you want to change the genome of the cell or organism. In this case, the problems that they're solving with CRISPR-Cas9 are optimizing for saltwater growth to reduce freshwater consumption, making this algae less difficult to grow, reducing overall costs, engineering the algae in a way so that it can still integrate with ecosystems, and maintaining sustainability in terms of production. Now, the tech still isn't there yet, and many would still argue that classic renewables like solar and wind are the real solution, but I would argue otherwise. Synthetic Genomics has proposed the idea as a mainstream replacement for non-renewable energy sources and as a fuel replacement for planes, trucks, and boats, although in terms of our electrical needs, solar and wind would serve as great secondaries. Our world won't be able to function without oil for a long time, and this right now seems to be the best option we have. Synthetic Genomics has promised a production capacity of about 10,000 barrels a day by 2025, which I'm very optimistic about. If you have any thoughts, comments, or questions, feel free to reach out to me via my email or LinkedIn.